In the early 6th century, the Byzantine Empire stood as the final vestige of the mighty Roman Empire. Its capital, Constantinople, was a beacon of power, culture, and strategy. Yet, behind its towering walls and splendor was a man whose brilliance on the battlefield would shape the future of the empire, a man named Flavius Belisarius. Born around 500 AD in a humble Roman family in Thrace, Flavius Belisarius was not born to wealth or fame. In fact, his early years are shrouded in mystery, but from an early age, it was clear he possessed a remarkable talent for strategy and warfare. As a young man, Belisarius joined the Byzantine army, rising through the ranks not by birthright, but by sheer merit. His skills as a soldier, leader, and tactician were evident early on. But it was his fate to meet a man who would change the course of his life forever: Emperor Justinian I. Justinian I, a visionary and ambitious ruler, sought to restore the greatness of the Roman Empire. His dream: to reclaim the western provinces lost during the fall of Rome, especially the rich lands of North Africa, Italy, and Spain. For this monumental task, he needed a general, a commander, who could lead his armies to victory, and so, Belisarius became one of Justinian's most trusted generals. Their bond would become legendary: a leader with grand dreams, and a general with the talent to make those dreams a reality. Part 1. The First Campaign. The Vandal War, 533 to 534 AD. Justinian ordered an invasion to reclaim the province. Belisarius' first major campaign was against the Vandals. Heading toward North Africa, with a fleet of 500 ships, led the charge. The Byzantine fleet landing in North Africa, followed by the Battle of Tricamarum. At the Battle of Tricamarum, Belisarius faced the Vandal king, Gelimer. The battle took place near the Carthaginian coastline in North Africa. A short time after Belisarius had landed with his army, Gelimer, the Vandal king, sought to intercept Belisarius before he could reach Carthage, the heart of the Vandal kingdom, with a force of 80,000 men, or possibly more. Gelimer's army vastly outnumbered Belisarius' much smaller force, which was around 15,000 men. Despite this disparity, Belisarius' tactical brilliance turned the tide of the battle in favor of the Byzantines. Gelimer's forces were divided into three main groups, likely the origin of the Tricamarum three-horn name for the battle. The Vandals, relying on their experience with heavy cavalry, light infantry, and some infantry, attempted a direct frontal engagement to crush the smaller Byzantine force. The Vandal army was arranged as follows. The center, this was the core of Gelimer's force, composed of the Vandal cavalry, as well as infantry. The right and left wings, these were likely made up of light cavalry, archers, and other auxiliary forces, possibly from subject tribes, such as the Berbers, whom Gelimer had allied with. Given that the Vandals had a large force, Gelimer expected his numbers to overwhelm Belisarius. His plan was to surround and crush the Byzantine force in a traditional pitched battle. Belisarius, recognizing the numerical disparity, used several clever tactical maneuvers to neutralize the advantage of the Vandals. One of Belisarius' most famous tactics during the battle was the feigned retreat. Belisarius launched a sudden counteroffensive. His army, led by experienced officers, played a crucial role in exploiting the weakness created by the feigned retreat. The cavalry, along with elite infantry units, quickly turned the tables on the Vandals. These cavalry forces attacked the disorganized Vandal flanks and rear, pushing the Vandals into a disordered rout. Another key aspect of Belisarius' success was his use of the terrain. The battle took place near the Carthaginian coastline, where Belisarius could leverage natural obstacles, such as hills and rivers, to narrow the space where the Vandals could maneuver. This constricted the Vandal army's ability to fully use its superior numbers and cavalry, forcing them into a more confined area, where the Byzantines could concentrate their efforts. Despite being vastly outnumbered, Belisarius' tactical superiority was evident. The Vandals were decisively defeated, with Gelimer and many of his commanders either killed or captured. The Byzantine army's ability to exploit the weaknesses of the Vandal formation and use psychological warfare, the feigned retreat led to a major victory. The outcome of Tricamara effectively destroyed the Vandal kingdom's ability to mount any significant resistance. The battle also highlighted the genius of Belisarius as a military strategist capable of winning against overwhelming odds. The defeat of the Vandals opened the path for the Byzantines to take Carthage and eventually restore Roman control over North Africa. After decisively defeating them and capturing the Vandal king, the conquest of North Africa was swift, with Belisarius showing the world his military genius. The success in North Africa cemented Belisarius' reputation as one of the greatest military minds of his time. His fame spread across the empire, and Emperor Justinian entrusted him with even greater challenges. Part 2. The Italian Campaign, 535 to 554 AD. Belisarius' next challenge came from the Ostrogoths in Italy. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Italy had been ruled by the Ostrogothic kingdom. Justinian saw this as the next vital step in restoring Roman glory. In 535, Belisarius led an army to reclaim the Italian peninsula. Despite being vastly outnumbered, Belisarius' tactical brilliance shone through once again. In the Battle of Mantua and the Siege of Rome, Belisarius commanded a small force just 5. Against them stood a 30,000-strong Gothic army. The odds were stacked heavily against the Byzantines. The First Siege of Rome was a victory for Belisarius and the Byzantine Empire, though the Gothic War would continue. Belisarius' defense of Rome would go down in history as one of the greatest moments of the Byzantine Empire's military campaigns, where he decisively defeated the Goths and effectively ended their threat in northern Italy. Yet, despite his many victories, Belisarius' task was far from over. The Gothic threat reviving under King Totila. By 544, a new Gothic king, Totila, rose to power and began reclaiming much of Italy. Despite a series of setbacks, including being temporarily recalled from Italy by Justinian, Belisarius continued to fight in the name of Rome. Part 3. Belisarius' fall from grace and return to glory. After years of constant campaigning, Belisarius faced another challenge. One not from the battlefield, but from the imperial court. Accusations of corruption and misconduct led to his temporary disgrace. Justinian, despite their bond, turned on him. Belisarius was stripped of his command and sent into exile. For a time, Belisarius was forgotten, left to wander the streets of Constantinople in poverty. But fate would again smile upon him in 559, as the Byzantine Empire faced new threats, including a Persian invasion and internal strife. Belisarius was once again called upon, though aged and weary. His reputation and experience were unmatched. Justinian could no longer afford to ignore his greatest general. Part 4. The final years and legacy. Though he never regained the full power he once had, Belisarius' final campaigns were marked by wisdom and caution. His health declined, and in 565, he passed away a man who had seen the height of glory and the depths of misfortune. Belisarius' legacy is one of unparalleled military genius, loyalty, and tragedy. He was a general who helped restore much of the Roman world, yet never fully reaped the rewards of his service. His story is a testament to the fleeting nature of power and the enduring power of strategy, honor, and sacrifice. And so, we remember him, the general who fought not for riches nor glory, but for an empire that would soon fade from history. Flavius Belisarius, a name that will forever echo in the annals of time. Thank you for watching. This is my first video, and I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know how I can improve my video making. See you in the next chapter of history.